the best thing that's going to come out of your mouth for the next 7 minutes.
Ouch! So, conversation, sticking with supercars. Many new ones have arrived recently, and we have one here. If you have a look, that is the Devil 16. Now, that has a 12.3-litre V16 quad-turbo engine. It's two Chevy engines glued together, and it has a top speed, according to the makers, of 320 miles an hour.
Really? 320?
What they say?
Well, you can test that one, Hammond. 320?
That's what they say.
Anyway, look, if you don't fancy the Devil 16, you could try the IKEA Formula IF02 RDS, the Apollo Intense Emozioni, the Delara Stradale, the Aspark Owl.
What? What? Owl?
The Aspark Owl.
You can't call a car an owl.
The Ventus Sarth, the Arinera Husaria, the Mazzanti Avantra Mille Cavalli, and the Hennessy Venom.
No, I'm sorry, this is just ridiculous. Seriously, they're all new supercars.
They're all new supercars.
That's absurd.
And then from America,
Oh, God.
there's the Glickenhaus SCG 004S. And from Denmark, the Zenvo TS1 GT.
Right, we've got the idea. Every single person in the world has suddenly decided, you know, I can make a supercar myself.
Yeah, it looks that way, yeah.
The problem I've got with all of this is it's not like we're spoiled for choice already. I mean, you've got Ferrari, Lamborghini, you've got Bugatti, McLaren, Ford, even Audi.
Yeah, but what if you want a supercar with no heritage that's built in someone's shed? That's what you really want.
Yeah.
And that you can't get serviced anywhere.
Does any car there appeal to anyone here? You'd all rather have a Lamborghini Performante than anything there.
So that's total failure for all those people.
Yeah, what you've just looked at there is 27 future bankruptcies.
Now, we have always argued that women, whatever they say, are impressed when a man performs a perfectly executed handbrake turn.
Oh, it's absolutely true. I mean, we've all been watching Sir Attenborough's fish programme, haven't we? Yeah? Yeah, the Blue Planet. Unbelievable, OK? Now, the thing is, every single week, you see, OK, manfish comes along, there's ladyfish there. Manfish can make his face swell up. It's huge, like a satellite dish. And ladyfish, like, I'm not bothered, I'm not bothered. But she is. She is. And then she's going, I like his huge face. And then they do sex, or whatever it is fish do, and then they have babies. Now, that massive face that a fish can do, that's basically the same as the handbrake turn. All those birds that dance about, we've got the handbrake, birds can dance about.
All part of nature's dance of love.
Exactly.
But the problem has been, of course, most modern cars now have electronic handbrakes. Yeah. You can't do a handbrake turn with one of those. It's...
Oh, that's why Tinder's become so big.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
You have to swipe right because you can't slide left anymore. That's what's going on.
Well, so that's been the problem. With electronic handbrakes, we can't conduct this mating ritual. Ford have noticed this, given it some thought, and they've come up with this. It's an aftermarket part that you fit to your car. They call it the drift stick.
Ooh, they ought to call it the love handle.
Yeah. So the point is, what it does, it overrides the ABS, and you can actually perform proper handbrake turns in that.
Girls are going to say, if you pull that, that was ridiculous and you frightened me. What they actually mean is, I'm hot.
Yeah.
Come on. You admit it. You're impressed by a handbrake turn, aren't you?
Just thought of it. If you say no, that's just part of it.
You've never been in a car with someone who's about handbrake turn?
Oh, hello.
Are you together?
What are you doing, man? What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? How did you...
You drove here today, huge fields everywhere, and you didn't think, oh, just give it some of that.
What? Press the heck out of it.
On the way out, just mind the sheep. Right, listen. Bentley has announced a new version of the big 4x4, the Bentayga, OK?
Yeah.
Which they say is for shooting enthusiasts. We've got a picture here, look, it's got this kind of chest in the back, which has, you know, space for your guns and refreshments and so on. However, I know that whoever designed that has never been shooting in their lives.
How do you know?
Well, because if we examine the refreshments that have been photographed here, you will find that they have fitted it with rose lemonade and elderflower juice. Now, I'm sorry to have to say this, but has anyone here been shooting ever? Yeah, you have. As you will know, a shooting day is an armed drinks party. There's no place for shit like that.
You turn up with elderflower juice at a shoot and the host will shoot you. What?
What?
Middle East market.
Middle Eastern
Oh,
market.
she might have a point with that.
Could be.
Oh, don't come here with
dumbfounded
your
us.
bloody sensible, rational views.
No, actually, it's funny you should mention the Middle Eastern market, because they've also done one for fly fishing, which happens in the Yemen.
Yeah.
And it gets better. And falconry. And falconry's really big in the Middle East.
What about dogging?
What about dogging?
Oh, why don't they do one for dogging? It's a countryside pursuit, and more people do that than do falconry, don't they?
Well, you're probably right. But
Well, they should.
Well, what would you have in a dogging bank take?
Well, you'd open the drawers, and there'd be like wet wipes
What?
straight away.
Wet wipes, good one.
Condoms.
Yeah.
Condoms. Maybe like a camera and a whip or something.
No, I reckon on the basis of Bentley thinking that's a shooting chest, that a Bentley dogging Bentayga, they would literally have a blanket, a bowl, and a lead. Now, 2 US Navy aircrew people have been in trouble for using the vapor trail from the back of their fighter jet to paint pictures in the sky. Got a shot of their work here.
That's good work. It's very neat. It's neatly done.
It is neatly done. Now, Vice Admiral Mike Shoemaker, obviously from the US Navy, is not happy about this. He says, immature acts of a sexual nature have no place in naval aviation. Well, I'm sorry, but the plane they were flying when they did that is called the F-18 Growler. If the US Navy is going to call its plane a growler, they can't really complain when the pilots go and make pictures like that in the sky, can they?
No, and to be clear, if you're American and you don't know why we're laughing, it's the same as US troops in Iraq laughed when British soldiers were being transported around in what we call a snatch Land Rover. It's the same
Hey,
joke.
you're in a snatch! Yeah, and you're flying around in a growler, so shut up.
Anyway, if those 2 US aircrew do get fired and are bored, you are more than welcome to come on this show anytime. We'd love to see you.
Yes, you are. We like immature acts of a sexual nature.
We do,
Is that right? Yes.
And that's it for Conversation Street this week.
Thank you.